Hi guys, so the second part of workout 1 is that you are going to do some self-passing and self-setting, and it's important because we need all of our players, whether they are going to play front row, back row, be the setter, whatever position, we need you guys to be able to control the ball because plays don't always happen exactly the way that they're planned out or that they're supposed to. The first part of the self-passing is that you're going to try to pass the ball at a comfortable height as many times in a row as you can, going for a full minute. So you're going to want to either set a timer that will make noise when your minute is over or have a partner who is timing your minute for you. And it's definitely okay, especially if you're a beginner, for you to need to drop the ball if you lose control. Especially you might be doing this on a day that's windy like I did, and it can be harder to control the ball that way. So if you need to drop the ball, that's totally fine. Just go ahead and run after it and start back up as soon as possible and continue going for as many in a row as you can during that minute. And go ahead and track what your highest number is, and if you do this every day or a couple of times a week, you'll start to see yourself get higher and higher numbers until you can try to challenge yourself to get all the way through the full minute. Now, if you're a varsity player, you should be doing the full minute all the way through, no matter which position you play at the varsity level. A lot of times middles have a harder time with this than everybody else because you're not used to passing quite as much, but we're going to expect all of our varsity players to be able to pass to themselves for a full minute. The next piece of ball control in workout 1 is setting to yourself. And this is very similar to the passing to yourself. You're just going to go for a full minute. If you drop the ball, that's fine. Just run after it and pick it up as fast as you can. And for this one, if you're a setter at any of the levels, you should be able to do this for the full minute and have no problems. If you're not a setter, you might have more trouble, but we're also going to expect our varsity players to, by the time that tryouts happen, we want you to be able to do the full minute as well. So if you're a setter and if you are going to try to be a varsity player, you really need to be able to set to yourself for the full minute, at least most of the time. Now, it's totally fine if this is a workout for you. It might feel like you're out of breath or like it's difficult to get through at first. Try to push yourself not to catch the ball because you're tired. Try to only catch the ball or let it drop because the ball gets away from you, because this is partially also a conditioning workout. In volleyball, we often have very short rallies, but we can have those rallies that just keep going back and forth and back and forth, and those rallies are extremely important in matches. Usually the team that wins that super long rally is the one that has a momentum going in for the next couple of points, and that can be the thing that helps you actually win the match against a really close opponent, or even an opponent who's slightly better than you. You're going to do these drills about 3 times after, so you're going to record your minute and then you're going to give yourself a break, maybe reflect with the person who is timing you or with yourself if you're doing it yourself, and give yourself your body a break to relax and just get back comfortable to a normal, even, keeled spot. And then you're going to do it again for another minute and then rest and then do it again for a 3rd minute. So we're not just stopping it after 1 set, we're doing 3 sets. And you can take as much time as you need to in between. For varsity players, we're going to expect that you can do a minute on and then a minute off and then a minute on again. So you should be able to go quickly with very little rest. The last kind of variation in workout 1 for your ball handling is that now, instead of just going for a full minute and timing yourself, you're going to try to do a high and then a low. So we're going to start with passing. You're just going to pass to yourself just like you were doing before, except now you're putting 1 ball low and 1 ball high. That will challenge you to control the ball, both coming from and sending it to different heights. And sometimes people can get into a rhythm with a single height pass that is challenging when they transition to trying to alternate low to high. So this is a good challenge. We're going to say that we really want our freshman players to be able to get 10 in a row of these, It's okay, especially if you've never played volleyball before and you're super athletic, if you can't get 10 in a row by the time tryouts happen, but it's definitely going to help your chances of making the team if you can pass 10 balls in a row, alternating low-high for that freshman team. And then varsity players, you guys should have no issues at all making 50 passes in a row, even if you're alternating high-low. In fact, in workout 2, I push you a little bit further. So these 50 passes in a row alternating high-low should be like okay, we're getting back to volleyball. I remember this. Not super hard for the varsity players. Finally, you're going to do that same high-low, but with setting. So this might be a little bit harder for varsity players and also freshmen. Sometimes we're great volleyball players and we're just not comfortable setting, and that's okay. Setting is a very specific skill set. Setters at each level should be able to do this 50 times in a row. So even my freshman setters who are coming in, you should be able to do this. I'm expecting my setters to be very skilled, and I'm pushing my setters to be at a higher level, both because they're running their team and also because I was a setter. So you just got a harder lifestyle as a setter in this program. But with our varsity players, I'd like you to also be able to get to 50 balls in a row for setting high-low. And then for my freshman players, I'd like you to get to where you can do 10 in a row. It's not going to be as important for making the team for tryouts, but it is a good thing to do. And then, like I said, if you want to be a setter, you better be doing 50 in a row.